Hi, my name is Syra, and I want to share a story with you. This isn't just my story. It's about people like you and me, about life's little moments, struggles, and victories. It's also about how learning English can change everything. Once there was a boy named Ariel. He lived in a small town and was very shy. At school, he stayed quiet and often felt lonely. He wanted to make friends, but didn't know how to start a conversation. Sometimes he thought, maybe they don't like me, but the truth was, he was just afraid to speak. One day, Ariel met a cheerful girl named Emma. She was always smiling and seemed so kind. She walked up to him and said, "Hi, my name is Emma. What's your name?" Ariel's heart raced. He wanted to say something smart, but only managed to mumble, "Ariel." Emma smiled warmly and replied, "Nice to meet you, Ariel." That moment made Ariel realize that talking wasn't as scary as he thought. Emma loved books and was often seen reading. One day, she handed Ariel a book and said, "Read this. It's in English, and I think you'll love it." Ariel hesitated. His English wasn't great, and the idea of reading in a different language felt overwhelming. He took the book home but struggled to understand it. He felt discouraged. Looking at himself in the mirror, Ariel whispered, "I can do this. I will learn English. I won't give up." From that day on, Ariel started reading a little every day. It wasn't easy. Some days he didn't understand much, and other days he wanted to cry. But whenever he felt like giving up, he thought of Emma's smile. He wanted to talk to her more and become her friend. Learning English was a big challenge for Ariel, and it's the same for many people. Like him, they feel shy or scared of making mistakes. But making mistakes is okay. It's part of learning. Even if you say the wrong word, people will understand if you try. Ariel's father, Robert, noticed how hard his son was working. One evening he said, "Son, I'm proud of you. Keep going. You'll do great things." Ariel's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you, Dad," he said. Those words gave him the strength to keep moving forward. Learning a new language can feel like climbing a tall mountain. The top seems so far, and it's exhausting, but every small step brings you closer. And when you look back, you'll see how far you've come. Ariel's steps were small, but they were steady. One day, he decided to write a letter to Emma in English. It wasn't perfect, but it was honest and heartfelt. He wrote, "Dear Emma, thank you for being my friend. You helped me believe in myself." This simple act showed Ariel how far he had come. When Emma read the letter, tears filled her eyes. She hugged Ariel and said, "This is the best letter I've ever received." From that moment, Ariel and Emma became best friends. They supported each other through everything. Emma often told Ariel, "Every time you learn a new word, your world gets bigger." Ariel realized how true that was. As Ariel's English improved, he started talking to more people. He felt happier and more confident. One day, he met a boy named Daniel who reminded him of himself, shy and quiet. Ariel walked up to him and said, "Hi, I'm Ariel. Do you want to be friends?" Daniel smiled, and Ariel felt proud. He knew he had made a difference. Through these moments, Ariel discovered that English was more than just a language. It was a bridge to connect with others. Every time he spoke, he was telling the world, "I am here and I want to know you." Ariel's mom, Olivia, once told him, "When I was younger, I was scared to speak English too, but learning it changed my life. Now I can talk to people from all over the world." Hearing this gave Ariel hope. He realized that with every word he learned, he was not just growing. He was also inspiring those around him. One day, Ariel's teacher, Mrs. Charlotte, asked him to read a paragraph in front of the class. His hands trembled as he stood up, but then he looked around and saw Emma and Daniel smiling at him. He remembered his dad's encouragement, his mom's story, and Emma's unwavering support. Taking a deep breath, Ariel began to read. His voice was soft at first, but as he went on, it grew stronger. The words felt more natural, and when he finished, the entire class clapped. Mrs. Charlotte said, "Ariel, you've come so far. I'm so proud of you." Tears of happiness filled Ariel's eyes. He wasn't the shy, quiet boy he once was. He was becoming a confident young man with a story to share. As they walked home one day, Emma asked Ariel, "Why do you want to learn English so much?" Ariel thought for a moment and said, "I want to talk to people from all over the world. I want to hear their stories and share mine. I don't want to feel small or afraid anymore." Emma smiled. "That's a beautiful reason, Ariel. English is like a key. It opens doors to so many places and so many hearts." Ariel nodded, understanding that English wasn't just a subject in school. It was a tool to connect with others, to dream bigger, and to feel confident in himself. Ariel's mom, Olivia, owned a small flower shop. She often felt shy when English-speaking customers visited. Ariel decided to help her. "Mom," he said, "let's practice English together. We can learn new words every day." Olivia smiled, her eyes full of pride. "Thank you, Ariel. You're my little teacher." They practiced together every evening, and soon Olivia felt more confident too. Ariel saw how learning English wasn't just helping him, it was helping his family too. One day, Ariel met a little girl named Mia in the park. She was sitting alone, looking sad. Ariel walked over and said, "Hi, I'm Ariel. What's your name?" Mia looked up with teary eyes. "My name is Mia. I don't have friends because I'm not good at English." Ariel smiled gently. "I wasn't good at English either. I was shy, just like you, but I learned one word at a time. It's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to try." Mia's face brightened. "Will you help me?" "Of course, Mia. We'll learn together," Ariel replied. They started practicing simple words and sentences. Every time Mia got a word right, Ariel clapped and cheered. Seeing Mia's smile made Ariel's heart fill with joy. Ariel realized that helping others was just as rewarding as learning for himself. He wanted to tell everyone who felt shy or scared, it's okay to feel this way. Just don't stop trying. One rainy day, Ariel sat by his window, thinking about how far he'd come. He remembered the times he felt like giving up, but those struggles had made him stronger. He thought of his friends, Emma and Daniel, and his supportive parents. He knew he wasn't alone in his journey. Ariel's teacher gave him a special opportunity to tell his story to the class. Standing tall, Ariel began. "Hello, my name is Ariel, and I want to share my story. I used to be afraid to speak or make friends, but now I know that English is my friend. It helps me every day." His classmates listened closely, and when he finished, they all stood up and cheered. Ariel felt a sense of pride and joy. He was no longer the shy boy he used to be. Ariel's journey with English was just beginning. Every word he learned was a light guiding him forward. He knew he still had more to learn, more to share, and more people to help. If you ever feel like Ariel, afraid or unsure, remember that learning is a journey. It's okay to feel scared, and it's okay to make mistakes. Just keep going, one word at a time. Let English be your friend, just like it was for Ariel. And who knows, maybe one day you'll inspire someone else, just as Ariel inspired Mia, Emma, and his family. Ariel's decision to start an English club marked a new chapter in his life. He knew that learning wasn't just about himself anymore. It was about creating a space where others could also grow, find their voices, and believe in themselves. The club became a haven for students like Mia, Daniel, and Joseph, who found encouragement and support in the shared journey. Every activity, from storytelling to acting in plays, became a stepping stone for building confidence and friendship. Ariel's ability to lead with kindness and empathy made him not only a teacher but also a guide for his peers. The school play was a powerful moment when Mia, who once doubted herself, delivered her lines with joy and confidence. It wasn't just her victory, it was everyone's. The applause from the audience was more than just a cheer. It was a celebration of resilience, teamwork, and the courage to grow. Ariel's whisper to his friends before the play, "Just speak from your heart," stayed with them. It reminded everyone that the essence of learning isn't perfection. It's about trying, feeling, and connecting. Through his journey, Ariel learned that mistakes weren't failures. They were stepping stones. His words to Joseph, "Each mistake is one step closer to getting it right," resonated deeply. Ariel didn't just grow for himself. He became a beacon of hope for others, proving that the courage to try could change everything. Mrs. Charlotte's letter confirmed what everyone already knew. Ariel had become a star, not because he was perfect, but because he shone with kindness, determination, and the ability to inspire others. As Ariel walked home after the play, he thought about all the people who might feel like he once did, scared, alone, and unsure. His wish, "Don't be scared. You are not alone," became his guiding mantra. He realized that his story was just one among many, and that each person had their own unique journey. The letters were filled with stories, dreams, and gratitude. One of them, addressed to Ariel, read, "Dear Ariel, thank you for your letter. I used to feel afraid of learning English too, but your story gave me hope. Now I try every day, and even though it's hard, I don't want to give up. I feel like I have a friend in you, even though we are far apart. Thank you for inspiring me." As Ariel read the letter, tears filled his eyes. He realized that his journey was creating ripples, touching lives in ways he never imagined. In the weeks that followed, Amelia became one of the most enthusiastic members of the English club. She began helping new members just as Ariel had helped her. One day, she stood in front of the club and shared her story. "When I first came here, I felt like I didn't belong. I thought I was too bad at English to even try. But Ariel and all of you showed me that it's okay to start small and make mistakes. Now, I'm not afraid anymore. Thank you for being my friends." The room erupted in applause, and Ariel felt his heart swell with pride. The English club decided to host a festival of stories where everyone could share something in English, a poem, a story, or even a joke. The entire school was invited. Some students were nervous, but Ariel reminded them, "This isn't about being perfect. It's about being brave and sharing what's in your heart." When the festival day arrived, the room was filled with excitement. Mia recited a poem she had written, Daniel shared a funny story, and Amelia performed a short skit with some friends. Each performance was met with cheers and encouragement. When it was Ariel's turn, he stood up and said, I want to share a story about my journey. A journey that started with fear but led me to all of you. Learning English isn't just about words. It's about connection, courage, and believing in yourself. Thank you for being part of my story. The audience gave him a standing ovation. Emma, sitting in the front row, gave him a thumbs up, her eyes shining with pride. Ariel realized that the most beautiful part of learning wasn't just about achieving personal success. It was about sharing the journey with others, lifting them up, and creating a community where everyone felt they belonged. One evening as he walked home, he thought about how far he had come. He smiled, thinking about all the people he had met and helped, and all the new words and lessons still waiting for him. Learning English had started as a way to overcome his fears, but it had become so much more. It was now a way to connect, inspire, and make the world feel a little smaller and a lot kinder. Ariel's story reminds us that learning is a journey we don't have to take alone. What part of this story touched your heart? Have you ever helped someone or been helped in a way that changed your life? Let's continue this journey together. Share your story, your dreams, or even your fears. Let's keep growing one word at a time, just like Ariel and his friends. Ariel smiled warmly and said, I don't just think you can. I know you can, Sophia. You're not alone in this. We all start somewhere, and every little step you take is a victory. Sophia gave a small nod, and Ariel could see the spark of hope beginning to shine in her eyes. He continued, Come to the English Club tomorrow. You'll see how much fun learning can be when we do it together. The next day, Sophia shyly entered the English Club. She was greeted with warm smiles and kind words from everyone. Ariel introduced her to Amelia, who quickly took her under her wing. At first, Sophia hesitated to participate, but Ariel made sure to include her in the simpler activities. They played a game where everyone had to describe an object in English. And when it was Sophia's turn, she stammered but managed to say, red, apple. The room erupted in cheers, and Sophia's cheeks turned pink. Ariel clapped and said, See? You did it, one word at a time. Just like that, over the next few weeks, Sophia began to open up more. She shared her struggles with the group, and everyone supported her. Mia taught her new words. Daniel helped her with pronunciation, and Amelia encouraged her to practice speaking daily. One day, during a group activity, Sophia stood up and shared a short story she had written. Her voice was shaky, but she pushed through, and by the end, the whole club applauded her. Ariel walked over and said, I'm so proud of you, Sophia. Look how far you've come. Sophia beamed. Realizing she had taken her first big step toward believing in herself, the English Club grew stronger with every new member, and their bond deepened. They decided to create a book filled with their stories, poems, and drawings, a collection of their journey together. They called it One Word at a Time. Stories from the English Club. Sophia contributed a heartfelt letter to the book, writing, "When I first joined the club, I was scared and unsure of myself. But now I know that I am not alone. I have friends who believe in me, and I am learning to believe in myself too. Thank you for giving me the courage to dream again." When the book was finished, the club presented it to Mrs. Charlotte, who promised to share it with other schools. She said, "You've created something truly special, a gift that will inspire others to find their voices too." That evening, as Ariel walked home, he thought about Sophia, John, Amelia, and all the others. He realized that each of them had grown, not just in their English skills, but in their confidence and courage. Looking up at the stars, Ariel whispered to himself, "We're all connected through words, through kindness, and through hope. If we can keep helping each other, there's no limit to what we can achieve." Your addition beautifully ties the narrative into a universal experience of growth, courage, and community. The way Ariel helps Sophia echoes the story's central theme, the power of kindness and perseverance to transform not just oneself, but others around us. Ariel's journey becomes a metaphor for our own. How learning and growth are continuous, and how helping others along the way makes it all the more meaningful. This open-ended conclusion invites readers to reflect on their own stories, encouraging them to connect and share. What's on your heart? Have you ever faced a challenge where someone's belief in you helped you overcome it? Or have you been like Ariel, the one to inspire someone else? Let's continue this journey together. One story, one word, one act of courage at a time. What's your next chapter?